Alright, good morning everybody and happy Monday. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, where today our focus is going to be in the Vision Jet. We'll do a VIP flight. It'll probably be just one, just depending on how long of a flight it is. Just wrapping up a Cessna 172 cargo mission. So yes, this is not a Vision Jet right now, obviously. But yeah, so we're going to just wrap up this. We're only about 11 or so nautical miles out from our destination of Larned, Pawnee County Airport. And yeah, so again, hopefully we're just having a lovely day. And that's all I gotta say. Perfect. Hey, Prodigy and Aviation Guy, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, got really into a nice groove with the 172 again. I've also made a lot of changes to my lineup of aircraft, which we'll get into once we're done with this flight here in the next 5 minutes or so. But yeah, it's just I wanted to get away because everything I was doing was with the PC-24, the Cessna Sky Courier. I wanted to get away from that a little bit and go back to some of the basic aircraft, especially in the U.S. and so forth. Because in that way I know I don't have like a PC-24 mission where the runway is way too short for it and all that kind of stuff. So it's been nice, and yeah, that's kind of why we're back into 172. But obviously, when we're done with this, we'll be in a Vision Jet. But I thought I would just start the stream a little bit early, just to kind of have a bit of fun, chat it up a little bit. And then we'll pop over to a Vision Jet after that. Go ahead and descend just a tad. We're 9.5 nautical miles out from our runway, which we're landing on runway 17, which is heading straight south. We're probably not going to do that because sometimes I've noticed it picks a runway but doesn't figure in the wind direction, because sometimes it's making you land or wanting you to land with the wind for some reason. So we're probably not going to listen to that. We're going to when we might be able to talk to him already since we're under 10 nautical miles. So let's go ahead and try. Oops, what did I just hit there? I don't think it. Okay, we're fine. So Kilo Lima. What the heck is Q again? KLQR. We're gonna tune into traffic, but we're not gonna do 17. We're gonna go for 35, which I'm assuming is what it is. It is?
Kilo Lima, Quebec Romeo, traffic Cessna November 458.
So just something to keep in mind when you're doing these missions, at least for now, is just pay attention to that wind, because obviously if you're landing with the wind, it's going to be a much more difficult landing because you're getting that gust behind you and so forth. So that's why I like to keep track of what the wind is doing and try. I mean, it's kind of more of a crosswind no matter where we are, but you can see it's more of heading this direction, so a southeast wind. So I'd rather deal with it going on 3.5 over 1.7, where it's more of pushing us rather than helping us slow down. So that is the goal. Let's go ahead and swap over, because I already see our airport right here. You can see the little old grass runways. I mean, they might still use it, but I doubt it. So let's go ahead and break off of nav, swap over to heading mode. We're still descending to 3,500 feet. And of course, this is still Sim Update 1 Beta Build 3 that we're in, just in case you're wondering. Go ahead and bring that down, because we're at, I'm assuming, probably 1,000 feet. Oh no, 2,000, okay. So let's just go for a nice flat 3,000. Because, I mean, that'll just keep our descent going for a while here, and it'll be pretty nice. Will there be more flying with viewers? Absolutely, Viola. Just don't know when. In car with... Oh, I guess it's somebody waving. I thought it was a snail from a distance, but welcome to the stream. But yeah, it'll just periodically happen around the weekends. It all just depends if I'm busy or not, or if I have other content I want to put out. Like this weekend, glad people enjoyed Fable Fitness on VR. Been having a great time with that, my goodness. Easily my favorite fitness app on VR. I've been trying to do it nice and daily here, nice and sore. Plus it's great because right now I'm just kind of in a grind mode currently, and I'll go more into detail what I'm doing regarding that. Because my original goal, of course, was to get the 737 used, but of course that was destroyed by them increasing the used price to $90 million. So at this point I'm just kind of using some other planes that I don't use very much just to kind of keep things fresh. Because there's only so many times I can do stuff with the PC-24, the Sky Courier, like I was saying earlier, and that's why it's nice just getting back into the 172. We got a little ice buildup happening. I'm not entirely sure why. We haven't gone through any clouds. I mean, we have some stuff now, but it doesn't really matter at this point. By the way, there's our runway right there, which we're good. We can bail out of autopilot here and get this Cessna 172 on the ground. So I'm interested to see now that we changed the runway from what the sim wanted us to do, if it'll dock us points or not, or if it'll update the mission steps correctly since we picked a different runway. I'm hoping that's the case. Even if it does dock us something, it's whatever, I don't really care. It's all good. Get a little bit lower here for now so I can see off the bottom of the wing. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of these Cessna missions in the middle of the US, kind of Colorado, Kansas area. It's been nice flying in the US again, because I've hardly done that in career mode. Been mainly over in the Middle East and a bit of Europe. But the other reason I love flying the 172 is I know the runway is going to be capable for our 172. I don't have to worry about the PC-24 having to land on a 2-foot runway. It'll be really nice when that stuff gets tweaked up, though, because obviously right now it's hit or miss, unless you're in like the Middle East or so. But you don't want to fly there all the time.
500.
Go ahead and idle on out. Get our second notch of flaps in here. we're here. Get to the side here, because the 172 does not like turning. Especially on these smaller airports. Come on. Alright, hang on. Oh, I'm always worried using the pushback just for the fact that it pushes you with so much force that once it stops. Oh, see, and that's why I try to... Oh, well. Whatever. That's what I was trying to avoid. I should have pushed it back a little bit more, but... Oh, well. How dare my landing gear touch a blade of grass? It's like, okay. Which is why the performance system or whatever reputation is still something I don't really care too much about. Because you can do everything right and then miss like one ATC thing and then it drops you a whole letter grade. But when you do everything perfectly, it goes up like a centimeter on the screen. It's like, okay. I'm here for my money, please. Thank you. Park in this nice little area here. Done. And of course it would have been a perfect flight if it wasn't for our wheel touching a blade of grass. Let's see, okay, we missed a radio communication, which I don't know where. Because these, you don't actually talk to anybody else. Like, there's no transfer of stuff, so I'm not sure where that came from. If it's because I changed the runway, maybe. But again, this is why I don't really care about the reputation system. Because now, because of that, we're probably gonna lose. We're probably gonna go down. Oh, okay, I didn't do it as much. But sometimes it goes down a full letter, so I'm just like, okay, whatever. But anyways, we're up to 21 planes, because what I did is... we have a nice fleet of PC-24s. I have a couple Cessnas, one in Europe, and then another one, of course, in the US, as you saw there. And then the PC-24s are just kind of wherever. And for VIP, I just have a fleet of citations, Vision Jets, which they're all spaced over wherever in the world as well. I can show the world if you're interested in seeing that. No, it'd be kind of hidden by it, but you get the point. They're kind of over here in the US. There's one in Mexico. Quite a few in Europe. I think I have one, yeah, I have one in Korea, Japan, and then a couple in Australia as well. But anyways, as promised, we're going to be on the Vision Jet next. And Landing Channel, welcome to a live stream. Also, do you know if the plane stuttering is gone in Sim Update 1? Because when you put a plane in replay mode, the plane starts stuttering. It really just depends on the developer and how they supported it, because some planes work well and others just aren't good in replay mode, unfortunately. But yeah, I think that's on the plane itself. Hey Joshua, welcome to the stream as well. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. I know there's a VIP mission here. Oh, to Steamboat Springs. That sounds nice. Let's do that. But yep, as I've said in the last few streams over Flight Sim, our main goal right now is just basically building up money and saving it for Marketplace is really what we're at. I don't really feel like I'm gonna wait until 90 million to get to the 737, because I feel like we're gonna get the Marketplace before I even reach that mark with the way I'm playing, so I'm not fully too worried about it. I'll do a checkup on this, but it still should be... Man, my AI suck at landing, apparently. You're killing my landing gears. Unbelievable. What else are they tearing up? Everything else is looking alright. I did wash it, right? Yes. And unfortunately, we're back to this ugly red and white livery. I can't wait till we can change these liveries in career mode. Oh, man. This is such an ugly livery. Perfect. Hop on aboard, passengers.
So we've begun boarding. Step aboard and make yourself comfortable.
We'll go, Captain. They're on their way. Have a good flight.
Ooh. That's a nice car.
Sir, welcome aboard.
Hi, Captain. They mentioned at the gate that the network would be available throughout the flight. I need it for some important calls, Captain. So please make sure not to cut off my connection without notifying me.
Hi there, I finally got the 737 MAX in career mode. Very nice, Josh. What happened to your Saab? I got rid of it. I mean, it's just... I got rid of all that when I wanted to do the video over the Sky Crane. But yeah, if planes... Because some planes have a better draw distance, other ones are terrible at sound. It's all plane dependent on replay mode, because there's some, like the Chinook is great in replay. The sound doesn't do the weird like layers, like it's not a smooth transition of it. And then there's other planes that are just terrible with draw distance and so forth. So I think that's all going to be on the developers of that plane, for them to incorporate that better with replay mode. Because since there's such a discrepancy between different aircraft, that's why I'm assuming it's based off the plane and not the replay system itself. Is this... Oh. What's with the ladder? Get that ladder away from my wing, please. I think it's just a little bit of a hefty boot up process. By the way, how's fuel looking? We're looking good. Fully capped out. Let's go ahead and get our EFB all set up. Can we just send... Oh, I don't really like doing the send... looks like we already have it on here, actually. We do. I didn't even have to do anything. That's interesting. Oh. Guess it'll help if I remove those. Maybe that's why I was... I always forget that when I hop in a Vision Jet. Hello, passengers. It's been a bit since we did anything with passengers, actually. I've just been moving around a lot of cardboard boxes. So, welcome on aboard. Enjoy your flight. There may or may not be any food or snacks or drinks on this flight. We'll see. Just don't know if this is actually booting up or not. And you know what? At this point, let's just do it ourselves, because I don't know what that's doing, except I don't think it's doing anything. This is just all for the outside. Perfect. Parking brake is on, battery switches on, generator switches on, starting engines, strobe lights on. Thrust lever is idle, brakes are braking, engine knob is set to run, engine button press. There we go. Yeah, see, I don't think.
Good afternoon, Cap. Today you've got the pleasure of taking Mr. McHugh to Steamboat Springs. He's close to one of our top
There we
clients
go.
who booked
Yeah,
a
that
flight
quick
for
start
him.
wasn't doing anything. It
Providing
might have been
him
because we
flight
didn't
service
pull
on
those
behalf of our
pins, though.
company. I know I can count
That might have been on
you. Have
me.
a nice trip.
But hey, now we know how to do this on our own, so it's all good. Pretty
Kilo,
simple.
Charlie Bravo Kilo, traffic November 12070 is taxiing to runway 35.
Avionic installation is set. Everything's on. Bleed switch to bleed. For taxi, comm, nav, GPS set, altimeter set, transponder set, heading bug set, initial altitude set. We do all that later. Free and clear. Oh my goodness, I did not mean to do that. But yeah, we're good. Flaps 50%. R. Press the toga button. Flight director pitch 10. I'm not worried about that. Parking brake release. Alright, we're good to go. We already got our taxi clearance. Let's turn off battery 2, which for whatever reason doesn't bring that up. And it also doesn't bring up heat either in the checklist. Alright. Let me check chat. And Eric, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome everybody. Happy to have you here on this fantastic Monday. Hope you're all having a great one. And we'll do the fuel quantity miscompare crap when we're in the air. Welcome on aboard Cowtown Air, everybody.
Sir, I'm pleased to be your pilot today, and to welcome you aboard this first-class Wings flight to Steamboat Springs. Estimated flight time is 54 minutes. We're on time for departure, and we're about to receive clearance for takeoff. I'll keep you updated with any important information throughout the flight. Thank you.
But speaking of Vision Jet, very much appreciate everybody who enjoyed the video showcasing the emergency auto land feature. Minus the one person who had to comment saying, "What's the point in playing Flight Sim if all you hit is one button and it lands yourself?" And I thought to myself, so you click on a video that showcases an emergency auto land feature just to complain about hitting a button that does the auto emergency land feature. I mean, my goodness. Like, what is... Like, some of these people just complain to complain about any possible thing, it seems. It's just like, what is this? Oh my goodness. But minus that one person, everybody else seemed to enjoy it, which is awesome to see. And again, thanks to Blaze for bringing that up and bringing that to our attention. It was a very cool feature to mess with and just see the computer fully understand where it's at. Do the landing gear, the flaps, and just come in for a pretty decent landing on the runway. It's a no-work day because of President's Day. Very nice, Eric. Always nice to have an extended weekend going on. Oh, and then what tops the complainer about the emergency auto land feature is in the update video that I did, you know, when I announced that the sim was getting delayed with Sim Update 1 in the marketplace, one person commented that they couldn't support the channel anymore because I wasn't being negative about the sim. I was like, okay, don't worry, there's plenty of channels out there that all they do are be negative about everything, so you can go watch them, it's all good. Have fun. But yep, I wasn't being negative enough about the sim, I guess, so that's why I didn't want to support the channel anymore. It's just like, what is this? That was the easiest ban ever.
I would like to welcome you on board flight CTA 6313 bound for Steamboat Springs. Estimated flight time to Steamboat Springs is 54 minutes. To prepare for takeoff, please ensure your seatbelt is fastened tightly, your seat is in the upright position, and your tray table is securely stored. Thank you, and get ready for a wonderful flight.
You know that toga button I never use until now, so I'm glad we did the checklist. I mean, it might already set it for when you do an auto start, but that's okay. I don't know where takeoff speed is, but oh, we're there. Gears up. Let those flaps sit there for a little bit. No, we'll bring them up. We're already at 100 knots. Not too worried about that. Contact our new control agent. I'm probably gonna just, well, no, we're here. I typically kick out of IFR if I'm not around, but since I'm here, I'll keep it going.
November 12070 Denver Center. Squawk 1671.
All right. Oh, we're going left.
Squawk 1671070.
All right, so let's go ahead and set this to 9,000 feet. We're gonna have to climb some more, though. I mean, we're not gonna climb or get over those mountains at 9,000 feet, so I'm sure we'll get a altitude increase at some point. 9,000. Let's just have our heading set. I don't know what this is showing, but we need to mess with that because that's not showing what I need it to show.
Denver Center, November 12070, 4 miles north of Kilo Charlie Bravo, Kilo 5.
Heading in nav mode on, and we can go into autopilot. We got this plane. Because what I did there is I set our altitude, of course, and then I set our heading to... Oh, I can't showcase it on here. As usual, had our heading set to intercept our magenta line. Because then that way, nav mode is already on. Oh, we just broke through the clouds. Look at that. Oh, we already have icing. That's good. Let me go ahead and turn that on. I mean, we don't have to worry about it now since we're above the clouds, but for now, I'll just keep it on so we break off that ice there. But yep, once we reach the magenta line, heading will kick off, and since we already have... Oh. Wait, why is nav mode? Are we not actually... Do we not actually... Wait, hang on.
Turn right heading 295, proceed on course.
I think this is actually in the aircraft.
9,000 feet, 070.
There it is. Now we can turn on nav mode. So anyways, we intercept the magenta line, heading will kick off, we'll go into nav mode. But I need to change this, because this is... Oh, is it just because... Oh no, it is right. It's just a weird format for it. I'm not used to this type of dial. The magenta line was just so far off the compass, but it'll get to us as we get closer to it. You can already see it shifting over. And there's 13,000 feet. Let's start climbing before control tower gets mad. Please expedite your climb. Alright, 13,000 feet, perfect. We are... So the magenta line is not matching with the EFB, it seems. We'll see if it does eventually It looks like it's moving. We should be alright. We should be alright. By the way, let me... There we go. Get that miss compare out of here. Stall speed high. Okay. That's good. But anyway, a pretty simple setup anyways to do a custom flight plan in the aircraft itself. Just go to flight plan and then you can add those waypoints into this list, hit done, and you'd be good to go. We just did it through the EFB this time, just because why not? We're starting our turn because we are... Did we switch to nav mode yet? We should have. Yes. So heading mode is off. We've now intercepted our magenta line. Everything is good, and we are on our way to Steamboat Springs, Colorado, from wherever we took off from. I think this is in Kansas. Schultz. Oh, takeoff throw. Oh, my bad. Yep, you can turn that off. Oh, wait, no. What? Oh, it just doesn't want you to be at full power. I was just staying kind of full power since we were still climbing, but okay, plane, my god. Don't have to get all angry. Let's see here. Just like the guy that's saying you're cheating because you use autopilot and flight plane stuff. Autopilot, yeah, exactly, Eric. And Brian, I agree. Shame on you, Cow. You need to be negative about all things. Autopilot is trash. Sim rate is so trash. Sim is straight trash. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I guess that's what they want. I just couldn't. Like, that was the first time I've ever seen somebody say, "I can't support the channel because you're not being negative." Not being negative enough. It's like, what is this? Get out of here. I've said things that I like to see fixed. I'm not sitting here saying the sim's perfect. I mean, there's a lot of things I want to see fixed in career mode. The first thing I do every time an update comes out is to see if my broken Beechcraft Bonanza is fixed. Unfortunately, it still isn't. I mean, there's stuff I want to see fixed. I'm not going to just sit here and just be like, oh, here's another broken update. Because for me, I don't have any issues. I don't know if that's just because I have I have issues with bugs and stuff. I'm not saying it's a perfect sim. But I'm just saying, like, people, when this third version of the beta came out, oh, the EFB isn't working, like, all this type of stuff, it's just like, I'm starting to wonder if people are using the beta and they have all this third-party stuff going on, like, say, Intentions AI and stuff. I'm wondering if stuff like that in a beta version of the sim can bring issues that somebody like me who just has a pretty much full-on vanilla sim doesn't experience, because I don't have third-party stuff in the sim that could cause issues. Because, I mean, yeah, of course, there's people hanging outside the plane that I hate and all that kind of stuff. There's bugs with the pressurization of the PC-12 and aircraft stuff that I'd love to see fixed finally. But anything major that's ruining my experience, I don't see half the stuff that people bring up on, like, the forums and all this stuff. So it's just, it's very weird. And I'm sure there's some cases where probably somebody doesn't have any third-party stuff and they run into those things, but it still doesn't make any sense why there's such a disparity between people's experiences in the sim, and that's why I'm starting to think that I wouldn't be surprised if it's a bunch of third-party stuff that they have on the beta version of it that conflicts with each other and causes issues that other people don't see. Because from my perspective, each beta build has gotten better and better both on the PC and the Xbox. Because the last stream we did was all on the Series X, or was it the one before? Either way, we did a whole stream when Beta 3 came out, and we didn't crash once. That last beta, the second build, that thing was a crash machine. I mean, we couldn't go more than like 15-20 minutes before we would crash all the time, so I've seen improvement in each of these builds. But I'm starting to think that there's some confliction with people going into the beta with third-party software that isn't ready for whatever changes they've made in the sim itself for that beta, and their third-party stuff kind of corrupts things, or I don't know, messes things up. Or, you know, like the bug list that we saw with the A330, somebody was saying you can't steer the aircraft. But people don't realize that in the Airbus aircraft, there's a setting in the tablet next to the pilot that you toggle that gives you full rudder and gear control on the crown. Because if you don't toggle it, it hardly does anything. That's what the A400, the A330, the A320, all that kind of stuff has that same setting that you need to toggle. I don't know what the difference is. It must have something to do with like if you had rudder pedals. So if you're just using like a Thrustmaster HOTAS 1 flight stick for rudder control, you're not going to have that full control unless you turn that setting on. So it's just stuff like that that aren't even really bugs that people think is, you know? But anyways, that's the way I look at it. No, I don't use auto throttle for the most part. I mean, sometimes I do. Hey, Simsational, welcome to the stream. Would love to fly in real life. Some say it's a poser. I mean, honest. At this point, if somebody complains like about a certain plane, or it's just, oh, it's too easy of a plane, I just don't care anymore. I just at that point, it's like if you love the Vision Jet, keep on loving it. It's a cool plane. Been enjoying flying it more recently. But I love all kinds of different planes. The old ones with steam gauges to the new ones with glass cockpits and all the gadgets that come with the plane. It's cool seeing what the future is and also what the past was. All those different types of planes with different engines, jets to props to the new eVTOLs I'm looking forward to flying in career. It's just, I'm done listening to anybody that's like, oh, autopilot's cheating, hitting this red button to showcase an emergency landing system. Why do you even fly the plane? Like, it's just, I'm done. I'm just done with it all. And no, Eric, if you're still above 2 people in the Cessna Corvallis, it still has that happen. That's one of the things I'm really hoping to see fixed rather quickly. So we'll see. And Z, they mentioned that too with the whole, you know, when you're descending and an ATC's like, hey, by the way, go up to 44,000 feet for no reason at all. That's being worked on too by, I always forget the developer's working title. Are they the ones doing ATCs? But anyways, that's being worked on, thankfully. But yeah, we've definitely seen that. But absolutely, Josh, great plane, and Stevie as well. Are we going to 30,000? No, we're good. Was 13,000 was our last thing, right? Because I think our tablet might be showing. No, it just shows 40. But yeah, I don't think ATC made us climb any higher. Yep, just 13,000 for now. I'm sure we'll get another increase once we get closer to the mountains, because obviously they're going to be higher than 13,000. Oh, some of them might not be, but we'll see. But this part right here is probably higher than 13,000 feet. Oh, that's just for that, okay. Oh, perfect, so that's why it's just blacked out. Because this is the whole red, green, yellow. So if it's red, you're below the terrain. Yellow, I think, is 1,000, and then green is 2,000. Let me see. I'm making sure. By the way, are we good? Does the Vision Jet actually have auto throttle? Oh, it does. Look at that. Nice. I mean, if it comes to an issue, we'll do it. Didn't even realize that. That's how much time I haven't spent in this jet. And yes, Josh, everything that we've been doing for ever since the sim updates come out, I've been in every beta build. So this is Sim Update 1's beta build 3 that we're in. Yes. Have I read this right? VIP charters in the Vision Jet are not private. Kenny, all these are private VIP. There's hardly any VIP actual aircraft flights. But yeah, they should all be private for the most part. You might run into some VIP ones that are actually VIP. They pay out more than the private ones. But that's in the works to increase the amount of actual VIP flights. But 98% of them that you're doing, even if they have the VIP tag, are private charter flights. Let me see here. Eric, July I will be in an Airbus A220-300 heading to Syracuse again. Very nice. That'll be awesome. And M68 Ken, fully agree with you on the beta. I've been loving the Xbox stability. Only had some weirdness in the max when flying into dense cities. That's awesome, Ken. Because yeah, I mean the beta build 2 was horrendous on the Xbox. I mean we did that and it was crashing all over the place. And we went for almost 3 hours on the third build of the beta and it was miles better, not a single crash. Really, really happy for you Xbox players to have a much better experience because yeah, beta build 2 was not good. Vision Jet is a beast, very nice. I mean, it's a fun one, Z. I'm waiting for Blaze to show up. He's going to be very thrilled about this stream. How much you guys think the Boeing 737 MAX will cost when Marketplace comes out? I'm not sure I can grind 100. I'm very interested to see how that's all going to go, because I'm pretty sure what's going to happen is, I know there's going to be some people freaking out about it. I don't know why they don't have to do it. But I'm sure there's going to be a way for you to purchase in-game currency or something like that, where you'll be able to just buy planes in career mode without grinding to them, you know, building up the money yourself. Of course, the option is still there to do it. I know people will probably freak out about it if that is the case, because you know everything's been freaked out about in the sim since it released. I'll probably use it from time to time if I need to showcase a new plane or something like that, but for the most part, that's why I'm saving up our credits now, so then that way when Marketplace does release and we want to dive into a plane in career mode, because obviously you'll be able to use the plane at any point when you buy it, because you can go into free flight or whatever. But if you buy a Marketplace plane, you will have to use the credits you earn in the sim, obviously by playing career mode, to get it into your company and so forth. But yeah, I'm already anticipating a lot of upset, because to me, microtransactions in any game, I don't really care. Like, if it's a single player game and people want to spend real money to get a certain amount of credits to buy a plane in career mode, go for it. It's the same thing like skins on weapons in other games or whatever. It's just, it's there. You don't have to use it if you don't want to. You can easily just play the sim without spending a single dollar if you didn't want to. So, hopefully that answered your question.
Going to 132, 7070.
Thanks, I was wondering there because I have a PC-24 looking for some VIP flights with no success. Yeah, Kenny, right now, I think that was planned for Sim Update 2 regarding changing how that whole system works. Because right now it's just based around like real-life events, but they're going to switch it to a more tourism-based thing, so you'll see more of those actual VIP flights, which will be nice because they pay more, but they're just so rare right now that it's impossible to do any of those, because we've done I think 2 this whole time we've had those planes. And then of course it'll be nice getting heavy cargo missions for the SOP 340, and it'll be great having all of the vanilla planes that come from the standard, deluxe, and premium deluxe versions of the sim available in career mode, because right now it's a pretty light selection of planes, especially for some mission types. I mean, if you just have the standard edition, I mean, it doesn't really matter anyways, because heavy cargo missions don't even exist. But if they did, you wouldn't be able to play because there's no vehicles for standard edition, even though there should be. But again, we already know that any builds is bringing all the Airbuses into career mode. We got the Beluga. It's going to be ready to go with the next update for the plane itself for super heavy cargo, which I can't wait to do that. That's going to be so... I love flying that plane. But career mode's really going to start popping off when we have that wide selection of the first-party aircraft mixed with the marketplace of the third-party aircraft coming. I mean, it's just going to be really cool. Really looking forward to it. I know there were... I mean, you can already look at the comments on the update video when I talked about the delay of the update and all that stuff, but it's just... At this point, you can't win anyways. If you don't delay the update and there's bugs and everything like that, people will get mad at you and say, why didn't you delay the update? You shouldn't have released it. If you delay the update, people get mad. Why aren't you releasing the update? You know, it's just, it is what it is. I'm not too worried about it. We'll see this Thursday in the next development update to see if... Because that was a tentative update or release date anyways. That wasn't a set in concrete day tomorrow, February 18th. It was just their goal. So it'll be nice to see if on this Thursday we'll get a concrete date or if it's going to be another tentative release date. So we'll see. But either way, I'd rather them focus on making it the best patch it can be. I mean, we've dealt with a lot of these weird bugs and so forth in career mode for a good 3 months. Some of it's been fixed regarding like performance-based stuff, you know, max speed with flaps down, all that kind of stuff. So we'll get there. I still have high excitement for the sim. I know it's gonna just be an excellent platform that'll just get better and better. And yeah, that's the way I look at it. Because my experience, sure, we've run into those bugs. I hate people hanging outside the plane. That's why it's so annoying. I want to use the Bonanza and the Corvallis and so forth, but I don't like looking outside the plane and seeing people going for a casual stroll off my right wing. Like, it was funny in the beginning, but now it just annoys me. So that's why it's always the first thing I check every new beta build, is if it just magically got fixed or something like that. But yeah, I mean, there's things I want fixed, but I still have been loving my time in the sim, and that's not going to change because somebody commented saying I'm not negative enough and they don't want to support the channel anymore. I will never forget. I've gotten some fantastic comments doing this flight sim stuff that I'll never forget. Autopilot is cheating. I'm not negative enough, so I don't want to support your channel anymore. Why are you hitting a red button to showcase an emergency autoland feature? What's the point of even playing the sim? It's just, there's so much gold out there. It's beautiful. I'd be outside, but it's kind of a cool view with these clouds because we're not really seeing much of the ground right now since there's a lot of clouds going on below us. That's why we're not doing... We'll do some showcase shots, but I want to be inside so you can actually hear me when I'm talking about this stuff. And I'm talking to chat, so... And that's it. I'm glad you brought that up, Joshua, because that's another thing I'd like to see too, is there's a lot of planes that should be utilized or should be capable of being in multiple different mission sets. So I'm sure that's going to be something that gets tweaked as well, because yeah, it would be cool doing cargo in a Vision Jet. Would definitely love that. I'm not sure how much that's done in... because I don't think there's a cargo variant in this. I could be wrong on that. But on it... you know, it'd be really cool... We haven't talked about this. I think it'd be kind of cool to do a mix of missions. So you could have a double mission. Like you want to do a passenger transport mission, but also get like some cargo delivered to the location you're landing at. So you get some extra money for doing one mission. I think that'd be kind of cool. So like what you said, we could have our passengers here for this VIP flight have some random packages that need to get to Steamboat Springs. So then that way you're completing both a cargo mission and a passenger mission at once. I think that type of stuff would be really cool too. Have you flown the Sky Courier in career mode in the beta? If so, have they fixed anything? Honestly, I've flown it a lot. What's wrong with it, Bus? Like, what's the main thing? Because for me, the main thing for Sky Courier is it seems like it's always really fast. Even if you're going as slow as you can possibly go, it seems to go, like, you can't really flare the landing, it seems. If that's what you're talking about, then no, nothing's changed with that. But if there's something else, be sure to let me know. If medium cargo missions are 5+ hours, I can't imagine how long heavy cargo missions are going to be. Well, Rudy, the thing is, they're only that if you're flying like even the 172 missions, well, that's light cargo. Basically, if you're flying like a tail dragger or something like that, it can get close to that time frame. But if you're in like a PC-12 or PC-24, those missions are about 1.5 to 2 hours, maybe a little longer than that. But they're never as long as it says. But, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what super heavy cargo is, and even heavy cargo for sure. And Bob, Chips, I'm new around here. Does the beta fix the problem with autopilot and increasing sim speed? Hopefully somebody in chat can answer that, because I don't use SimRate, so I don't know if that's been fixed or not. I believe that was mentioned somewhere. I think that was in the last development stream, so I think it's in their radar, so it's probably not fixed just yet. The executive seating option for the Vision Jet has no seats in the back. Okay, so see, that would be perfect for my dual mission idea. That would be great. Alright, we'll do some outside shots here for a little bit. Let you enjoy the sights and sounds of the Vision Jet. I noticed something recently. Oh shoot, hang on. Don't get mad. I need to look at what the settings are, but I've noticed my tail number is always the same now, no matter what aircraft I'm in. So I'm wondering if I can customize that and it'll stay the same now in career mode as well. Because I've had the same tail number on the 172, PC-24, and now the Vision Jet too, so I need to look at that. It'd be nice to make a custom one and not just have random ones each different plane. I mean, I guess technically in real life that wouldn't make any sense because that's how it identifies. But anyways, I don't care. I want it to say like Cowtown or something.
2070, 13,000 feet.
November 12070 Denver Center altimeter tree 0. 22 radar contact, continue to 40 in 03.
And speaking of time, like that's one thing I'd like to see too, because there's only one mission set currently that does it right, and it's passenger transport. At least for me, when I did the Saab 340, there were really short missions, like 10 minutes long, and they paid a lot, or at least a lot for that time frame you flew. It had a nice range of really short missions to medium to lengthy ones. That's what every mission type needs to have too, because pretty much everything other than passenger transport is the same amount of time all the time. And it would be just nice, it's like, you know what, I have a lunch break or want to do a couple little missions here and there. I want to do maybe a 20-minute flight from this small airport to this one, and then a 30-minute flight from here to... Like, it'd be nice to have a much bigger variation on lengths of missions for every mission type. Because I get it. I mean, because most of the time when I'm not streaming or recording Flight Sim, all I'm doing is I get the plane up in the air, set autopilot, and just let it fly, and I'm not even around anymore. I kick out of IFR so they don't bug me, and I don't get any deductions and points because I'm missing the ATC stuff. But yeah, that's all I do, because there's no way I'm going to be sitting here all the time for every single flight. There's just no way. But yeah, it would be really nice to see a bigger variation in mission times for every mission type. I believe in you, Larry. One day you will get there. You will get that on the ground in that hurricane wind. I don't know why the wind is so crazy for that initial medium cargo mission. Some people were having it at night too, so I don't want to deal with that. I mean, my goodness. But yeah, hopefully you'll be able to get that down. Because it was intense. Because when there's like buildings or something at the end of the runway that you go over and you're fighting the wind and everything like that. The biggest thing I could recommend is once you get to that runway in the Caravan, at that point you just want to don't put too many flaps in. That'll make it even worse, because then that wind is going to pick you up, give you a ton of lift. Just maybe have one notch of flaps in there, if that, and just be idle. And just try to use the wind a little bit to get you on the ground. And then at that point, you just have to fight, with the bouncing all over the place and chaos. But yeah, just try to do it with less or next to nothing with flaps. Because the flaps are just going to keep, with that strong wind, I don't know why it's set that way, but hopefully something that gets fixed, because I get that a lot still, obviously, because it was quite the pain. Oh, and Brian, you can update the tail number now and it stays put in crew. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Because I was noticing that all my tail numbers were the same. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So that's good. I'll have to do that. I never want to fly a Caravan again. Oh, poor Caravan. But yeah, I don't... The Caravan is just a hurricane machine, apparently, because no matter where you're flying, it's just windy. I don't know what it is. It's weird. And if it isn't, it just gets windy immediately at an airport. That's why I never flew it again. Yeah, man, more variety and mission length would be great. Absolutely, WRB. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Welcome everybody to the stream. Happy to have everybody here. Hopefully you're having a great Monday. One of these times, we'll have to go back into that mission. Maybe we'll do that as a stream or something. Because it's been a bit. Oh, yours is at night. Yeah, oh, yeah, I mean, it's already a pain in the daylight, so I can only imagine at night. Does the runway at least have lights on, or is it one of those runways that are just completely dark? Because if that's the case, then... Oh my. Does anyone know if they fixed VIP? No, Bob. It's still just... You're pretty much just doing private charter flights 98% of the time. I believe Sim Update 2 is... I think there's going to be some fixes in Sim Update 1, too. But a majority of them will be in Sim Update 2, if I'm not mistaken. And as Z said, yes, absolutely. I mean, honestly, don't even worry about getting a smooth landing, because it's just, there's no way you're doing that. Just try to get it on the ground as soon as possible and get it under control. Get that reverse thrust going immediately after you touch the ground. Don't do the brakes, or else the Caravan's going to go back and forth and wobble on the ground. And in that wind, it's going to make it even worse. So definitely utilize the reverse thrust once you get on that ground. That'll help out a lot. Oh, the round. Yeah, see, I don't use the send around avionics stuff because I actually got really... I can showcase. It's really easy to get the stuff on the Sky Courier. I got really good at it. I'm very happy about it. I can showcase that after we're done with this flight, by the way. But yeah, I got really good at entering the waypoint because It's really fast once you get the hang of that. You can't map the condition levers and medium cargo missions selecting closest. Yeah, because, I mean, are you just talking like fast traveling this? Why does it say no data? Are we good? Is YouTube lying to me? What's happening? What is OBS saying? It says we're fine. Alright, I don't know what YouTube's telling me, but whatever. Anyways, but yeah, I don't have any issues regarding getting the plane over to missions. But I do know about the whole EFB not doing the stuff. But I can show that at the end of the stream when we're done with this flight. Hey Reaper, welcome to the stream. I forgot, because I don't want to brag, but when I recorded that medium cargo mission, the first one, with the caravan and the wind and the volcano and chaos, that was the first try at landing it. That we completed that, so I just want to put that out there. But I did make a video over that. But anyways, today is the day. You got this, Larry. I believe in you. I bet the next time you bring up the medium cargo mission, you're going to say, I completed it. And it's going to be fantastic. Honestly, I think a majority of the mission types, minus medium cargo, I think, obviously, everybody knows medium cargo is the way to go for making money. But I feel like every mission type can see an increase in funds, to be completely honest. I'm hoping someday they update the Vision Jet so AP and auto throttle won't disengage until 200 feet AGL instead of current state 400 feet. It's 200. Brian, I know there's a whole thing about the Vision Jet getting bug fixes coming as well, so that might include some of those different stats that you're talking about in there too. They didn't go into specifics, but that was listed as one of them. Same with the ES-30, the problem child aircraft in career mode that you can't use at all. That's another plane that is in progress on being fixed as well. And of course a bunch of other stuff like the PC-12 pressurization, all that good stuff. That's all being worked on as well. Absolutely, Josh. Alright, let's head outside a little bit. Sorry, I was just looking if a package was delivered. It's not. So we're good. Ooh, we actually have a lot of precipitation going on. Oh, by the way, I need to turn off all the de-icing stuff. My bad plane had that on like the entire time. Looks like we'll be needing it here once we get into the mountains, though, for sure. Because Steamboat Springs is in the yellow with precipitation, so that'll be fun. Get some bad weather bonuses going. Let's see, we've come up with some great ideas today. Having it to where you can do cargo and passenger at the same time. Have some extra money coming from that. Increased payouts for basically everything other than medium cargo. Because medium cargo I feel like is a decent time payout. But everything else, like, it feels like it could get a boost for sure. Especially medevac, because medevac missions are pretty long unless you get like the pan call to go back and you get the full payout, but that doesn't happen all the time. So if you're doing a full mission, I think the payout's like $50,000-$60,000 for hours of flying. It's like, that's why I don't do them. It's not worth the time. Unless you're just trying to go for, you know, passive income based off the time you've spent in the sim, but even then it's still not that worth it. I say that while I'm doing missions in a Cessna 172, but I don't know, it's nice flying that one again. Been enjoying that. And then of course, like we talked about, too short of runways is not picking the correct airports for the size of an aircraft, like the PC-24, getting a 20-foot runway and stuff like that. Even if you have a perfect landing, you're still cutting it close. And it's just, yeah, I'm glad to see that's also been mentioned as in progress to being worked on, so it's not going to pick airports that aren't suitable for certain aircraft. Another thing I'd love to see too, if you're wanting to do longer flights, or, I mean, you can even do this with shorter ones where you can do like hops. So a 40-minute flight or 50-minute flight can be at 2 or 3 different destinations at once. So you take off, land, drop off that cargo, load up new cargo where you can refuel, stuff like that, get back in the air, go to another airport without going out of the sim. I think that type of stuff would be pretty cool too. That way you can have multiple locations, or having the ability to land at an airport in case you're needing fuel and not get penalized for it, or a failed mission. I think that would be another cool addition, rather than, because right now I just use the add fuel button. I don't really care. It's whatever. I'm not really worried about that. But if I would have the ability to, okay, looks like we're low on fuel, let's find a nice suitable airport for us, do a quick stop, refuel, take back off, and keep doing our mission, I think that would be a very cool feature for career mode. And that's what makes it, like, that's why I'm still absolutely loving my time with the sim. Just thinking about all the possibilities, all the new mission types we'll be getting, third-party aircraft from the marketplace, the first-party planes from famous flyers, world updates. It's gonna be awesome. It really is. And then of course it'll be even better once we get through this phase of people hanging outside the plane and all that. It'll just get better. And then of course they already said too, for any future projects, I'm honestly surprised they didn't do it anyway since they did it with 2020, is any future projects they do is always going to have the alpha, beta, all that stuff before release. And yeah, but I mean, it really no reason talking about it now. It's out, it is what it is, and just got to get the stuff fixed now. And so far it seems like these sim updates are going to make a big impact on performance, both on Xbox and PC and so forth. Again, I'm hoping when this fully releases that we'll get plane fixes as well, because right now the beta builds, we haven't really seen too much of that. So we'll see. At least I'd like to see some of the aircraft get some stuff, at least some minor things now, and then other stuff in Simcade 2. But it'll only, oh shoot, are we good?
Going to 125.
I'm sitting here talking, I just realized somebody was talking to me.
Denver Center, November 12070.
And that's why I'm okay with them delaying the beta. I mean, if people were having issues, I mean, no reason releasing it and then having a bunch of people get mad because something else is broke. I still think there's some situations where people have third-party stuff installed and it's conflicting with the beta build, because obviously whatever third-party stuff they're using isn't supporting whatever changes they've made to the back end of the system and so forth, which could conflict with things. Because I had quite a few comments about, like, oh, the EFB isn't working anymore. I never had that issue with beta build 3. on Xbox or PC. The EFB always popped up. It's always fully functional. It's, oh, I guess the Vision Jet doesn't have it, but you saw it in the 172. It was sitting there. Because to be completely honest with you, if you're going into beta stuff, I highly recommend sticking with a vanilla experience. Because bringing in third-party stuff into beta builds that those software third-party people don't have yet and haven't changed their systems for it, you can get conflictions with that and end up getting weird things happening that other people don't. So just keep that in mind if you are in the beta and you're seeing random things that aren't really talked about too much. Just keep that in mind. So that's the only thing I would warn people about. If you have a lot of third-party stuff, because I don't know what, like, say intentions those type of ATC things do to the sim, but I wouldn't be surprised if things like that can conflict with changes that they've made in the beta. So just keep that in mind if you're running into stuff. It's always worth just kind of going with a vanilla experience and seeing if you're still having that same experience, or if it's only when stuff is installed. So just keep that in mind in the future if you run into some weird things like that. Because for me, the only thing I have installed is that flight tracker thing, the Volanta. That is the only third-party thing. Everything else in my sim is what comes with it when I installed it. Let's see here. How far out from top of descent? We are... not 43 miles. That's just a waypoint, right? Yeah, that's probably just that waypoint here. We're getting pretty close, though. We've made some good progress here. We're well over halfway. But I'm pretty sure this is talking about our next waypoint. So we're probably, I'd say, 25 to 30 minutes out from our destination. Because we are now just getting to the outskirts of Denver. We'll be passing north of DIA. We're going to be pretty much between Fort Collins and Denver, and then going into the mountains, into the storm going on currently. So we'll have a exciting landing going on for sure. Alright, let's see. Just now had my first ever crash in Sim since Beta Build 3 launch. Took probably a couple dozen hours. Well, that's great, Ken, because, oh my goodness, Beta Build 2 was crazy. It was crashing left and right, so I'd definitely take a couple dozen hours before a crash happens. Or have random... oh, wait. Oh, did I miss it? Oh, there we go. Or have random things go wrong with your airplane and have to do an emergency landing somewhere. I guess technically, stuff goes wrong if you're not maintaining it, but there's nothing you can really do about it except just quit. So that would be cool to have that happen, where you can just try to make it to an airport and have that situation going on if you're not maintaining your aircraft right. That would be cool. Give us a mission where we have to use the parachute. Oh, man. And yeah, WRB. Yeah, it says land at the nearest airport, but it just brings you to the one that you were going to anyways. So that would be nice to see that change as well, where you do land at the nearest possible hospital that works for what the patient needs. Sturbert, welcome back! It's been a while since I've watched a stream. It's nice to hear you talk about flying. Yesterday I hooked up my VR headset to my PC to play Microsoft Flight Simulator. Laggy, but really fun. And that's another thing too, if you're a VR player, they're going to be putting quite a few more people onto the VR side of things to improve that experience. And of course fix bugs and so forth. Call of Duty Black Ops 2, hello. Do you play GTA 5M? I used to play 5M, I used to be on OCRP, but I got bored of RPing and all that. So I don't do that much anymore. Got some ice buildup going on. Get some stuff on here. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a altitude increase here, because as you can see, the mountains are kind of at the same level we are. So we'll see if they say anything once we get closer to those. If not, we'll just ask for an increase ourselves. That way we don't slam into the side of a mountain, because that would be not ideal. Oh, that is, yeah, there it is. There's Denver International Airport right here. As I've always said too, the biggest thing I want to see in career mode as well, not only AI traffic, because hardly ever happens. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But I'd love to see real players as well. Even if they're not in career mode, it's just nice to see what other people are flying, you know? It's nice seeing that. So I would love to have that as a toggle as well, to see real players that are just doing free flights or even their own career missions. I think that'd be kind of cool to see, instead of it just being a very empty world. Because I think I have everything still turned on, right? Oh, no, I don't. There we go. Let's turn that on now. And I think I have the flight interface on. Yes. Oops, I'm gonna hit that button. But anyways, would just love to see real players as well, just like I would in free flight. Because it might just be me, but I enjoy seeing other names, seeing what they're flying, and all that kind of stuff. It's always interesting to me. It's possible, Rudy. Have they fixed the bug where air traffic in career would always toggle off when you restart your session? I don't believe air traffic in career has been fixed, but it seems to me, because I always had to like reset the cloud. Oh, let me look at that. I think everything should still be set the way I have it, because for me, it seemed like everything always changed. So yeah, like I would always have to do clouds and ray trace shadows every time I booted up. It doesn't, it stays where it's supposed to now. But I'm not sure if the air traffic in career has been fixed just yet. I could be wrong on that though. Because most of the time I just have it off anyways, because I hardly ever see AI traffic in career. It's just kind of hit or miss. Sometimes they're there, and other times it's just empty out here. Because not only would it be cool to have, you know, the AI air traffic in here and all that stuff, because then you would have, you know, ATC saying, oh, make sure you fly behind generic traffic, whatever they say, on final for the runway you're landing on. So you're following them, and, you know, having that type of stuff going on too, rather than it always being an empty airport for the most part, would be nice. And it does stay very nice. Thank you, DRB, for answering that. That is great to see. Because I was already happy seeing that my settings weren't always changing every time I booted up the sim. That was always just something. Oh my goodness, where's my ultra clouds and ray traced shadows, please? Oh, we're going to the waypoint of hugs. Because the only time I ever see planes is on the EFB. Because this is what we should be seeing. Look at all these guys. It's beautiful. I'd love to see that in the sim and not just on my EFB. It's just weird. And we have nameplates on too, so we would see that, but yeah, it's weird. this is my career AI traffic experience for about 98% of my time. I just only see them in the tablet or in the aircraft itself, but never in the sim itself. It's weird. Hey Technique, welcome back to another stream. Well, they actually increased the distance that you see other players is back to what it was in 2020. They got rid of that weird 5-mile one. I don't know why that was there anyways, but it's back to the 2020 levels. So in free flight, you can see people and AI from a very far distance. Because even if we flew over Denver right now, I still don't think we would see any nameplates or anything. It's just, I don't know why it's there sometimes and not there other times. It's odd. Alright, so I'm going to give it maybe another couple minutes, because we are ever closer to these mountains. And with all that cloud cover and storms going on, I don't want to be right next to the peaks. Oh, hello, speaking of which, there's somebody. See, we have one, November 340 Foxtrot Papa, taking off from Parkland Airport. So then I guess, yeah, if we did go over to Denver, we would see it, but it's just, there's no reason for you to only see it when you're right on top of them, you know?
070, you are 300 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain 13,000 foot.
Did we not set our barometer?
Niner.
Oh.
Niner 5.
My bad.
Climb and maintain 13,000 feet. 070.
Can I still get an increase in my altitude, though?
I'm on good. I should be there in something like 17 minutes. Hi, how are you? Everything okay?
To be completely honest, I forgot I had passengers. I'm so used to just quiet flights. I was like, wait a minute, who's talking?
See you there. Bye.
And I think the other weird thing, too, is they're never in the air. They're always just on the ground, roaming around like an old GTA game, just going in circles on a taxiway. Oh no, that's not true. When I did the night flight video, we saw like 2 planes in the air. So 2% of the time they're in the air. So definitely would love to see some improvement. Did he actually take off? Oh, he did. Well, never mind. See, look at that. Somebody's actually in the air. November 268 Foxtrot Mike. And a Cessna 172. I approached a runway from the wrong direction once and had a 737 narrowly miss me, so it does happen. I just wish it was more, like, it should just basically be what free flight is. That's why I'm so confused as to why it's so different, you know? I'm not Jake. Hey, Captain, long-time watcher, first-time chatter. Well, welcome. I'm listening. Got a little Frasier reference. Anyways, I wanted to mention my AI traffic in career is awesome. Lots of traffic and commands to line up. Really? That is so weird. Yeah, I do not have that experience in career. I love flying the Vision Jet. I messed up and got standard edition instead of premium deluxe. I really want the longitude. Well, you're not right now, since you're doing career mode, you're not missing anything on the longitude because the longitude is not even available in career mode at the moment. So you're good to go for now. You're not missing out on anything. But no, that's awesome. That's the experience I want with career mode too. So that's awesome that you're having that. again, it goes back to the point of it's just so weird to me that there's such a discrepancy in gameplay. Like it's weird. Are you in Europe or something? Maybe it's a different server that works better than US East or West? Like, I don't know. It's just it's just interesting. So we'll see if anything happens once we get to Steamboat Springs, because it's a relatively busy airport, you know, with private jets and so forth. But those mountains, huh? They're here. They're coming on up. But yeah, once the marketplace releases, you don't even have to worry about, because in 2020 you were able to upgrade for the whole package. But this time around, if there's only like a certain plane that you're interested in from the Deluxe or Premium Deluxe, you'll be able to just buy that plane individually and just have like the Longitude, for example, out of that package if you don't want anything else, which is going to be really cool. And hopefully again, this Thursday when they have the next development vlog, we will get a concrete date rather than the tentative date that was the 18th before, so we'll see on Thursday. We shall see. Ooh, packages here. All right, hang on. I'm gonna raise our altitude a little bit here. I want to go up 2,000 feet. Since ATC just wants us to run into the, I mean, they want us to be right next to the mountain peaks. We're not doing that. I need to go get a package really quick, so I'll be back. What? Did I say descend?
Descend and maintain 13,000 feet. Expect 11,000
Did I click descend?
070.
Request cruising altitude increased by 3,000 feet.
Denver Center 070. Request 14,000 feet.
070 climb and maintain 14,000.
I guess I hit descend. I don't know why I did that, but okay. That only gets me up to...
Climb and maintain
that should be fine.
14,000 feet. 070.
Alright, I'm gonna go get a package really quick. I'll be right back.
Contact Denver Center on 12865. Good day. Please acknowledge. Acknowledge last transmission. Did you copy?
Oh my goodness. Oh, we didn't slam into a mountain. Oh, we missed an AT. Oh, they're gonna be mad now, aren't they?
65 for 070.
Did you copy? No, I didn't. I wasn't here. I was looking for my package. Thank you.
2070, 14,000 feet.
Unbelievable.
04 radar contact continue.
But yeah, sorry everybody. We're back. Everything's fine. Should have put his out of office on. Absolutely. That'd be pretty funny. I should have just canceled out of IFR anyways, because they weren't going to help us out. They wanted us to slam into a mountain. But yeah, that's what I do that too. If I'm just having flights going on, I just cancel IFR. But since I was here, I was wanting to have that going on, and of course they talk to me when I'm gone. The whole time we were there, they didn't talk to us too much. So into the storm, we already have all our de-icing stuff on. We're definitely going to be needing that because we're pretty much going to have this view for the rest of this flight. Wow, I wasn't gone that long, was I? We made a lot of progress into the mountains here. We're about to reach Hugs, where we will be hugged by the lovely snowfall, or cloud cover that's going on. But yeah, got this last little stretch here. We'll make a right. We'll be at the airport, which is getting a heavy dose of precipitation currently. That's a nice airport right there. You sound like a co-pilot in here. Oh! Speaking of, co-pilots need to be more useful instead of just telling you V1 rotate at 10,000 feet. They need to do what they've done in 2020. That's that. I mean, they don't need to fly the plane for me. I don't need that, but I'd like them, because in free flight, they can talk to ATC. And that needs to be happening in career mode as well. So that way, it doesn't matter if I'm gone or not. They can transfer over, all that kind of stuff, talk to the tower. Because when we do have a co-pilot, they're useless. They're just there to make money off of me. That's all that's going on. It was literally right after you got up to... Oh, of course. It's that Call of Duty effect where you look away for a second. That's the flight sim equivalent. You get up and ATC wants to talk to you. How do you get freelance SAR missions to populate? I have the company and plane purchase, but no mission sponsor. Nick, do you have a lot of the map open, or is it blacked out a lot? Because if you're in a really small area, I mean, you want to look for, like, mountain areas. That's where you're going to be getting a majority of those missions, no matter where it is in the world. The mountains are kind of your main focal point for rescues. So I definitely recommend going for those if you haven't. That was a cool turn, by the way. I'm glad we had that perspective. It looked pretty awesome. By the way, my map isn't doing what I thought it was going to, because it's not changing the colors like I thought it was going to. Because that's what that's supposed to, the relative one, right? I don't know why it's not doing that. Because we're not that high off the ground that we should see some of the colors, at least green, you would imagine. And maybe we are that high up, and I just... Well, that's okay. It's not too big of a deal. Yep, we've got no ice buildup going on, of course, because we have everything going. Perfect. Wait, what are we doing right now? What is this? I was wondering why we turned at Hugs. We're doing some weird nonsense. Okay, well, I want to not do this nonsense. Let's go ahead and get our heading set up. It looks like we're heading almost directly to the airport, which isn't going to help us out. Alright. Glad I looked at that, because I was kind of confused why it was such a big turn. I was like, we just looked at that. And nice, Jake, because yeah, if you turn, because you can turn on the other voices. I forgot where it was, but it's somewhere around here. Sound? Or no, language? No. Yeah, authentic ATC language. I had that on before, but all it would change is your own character's voice. So we can turn that on, and when we do when I showcase how to set up the Cessna Sky Courier stuff on the waypoints, we can look at that and just see if the ATC changed. Because, yeah, I had it on before, it would only change your own pilot's voice for some reason. So we can test that out really quick after we land this. I'm not even sure what this set up for us, because it's not even telling us the right runway we're landing on either. I don't know what happened with this. Is this list? Oh, it says 3-2. We'll see what the wind's like. By the way, let's get the weather on here. So it's off. There we go. Nice, there's our radar. So let me see what 3-2 is. It should be the one we're coming up on from the south. Because yeah, 3-5 is directly important. Don't have to look at that. That's cool. Oh, it does go back and forth. Yeah, we got some heavy precipitation going on, my goodness. It's gonna be snow, obviously. Bring that heading just to the left a bit. Because it's kind of hard to tell if we get into a bit of a valley over here or not. Radar off for now, please. Thank you. Yeah, it looks like once we get to around here, we can start our descent. Not do it too much. I mean, there's still some other land that pops up, so we have a lot to look out for sure.
Contact Denver Center on 126. Good day.
That's right, I'm here for that transmission.
For 070. Denver Center, November 12070, 14,000 feet.
And Jake, no free flights today. We'll just spawn in because I want to. Somebody was asking about how to. Well, not really asking how to do it, but I'm going to showcase how to add waypoints and do a flight plan on the Cessna Sky Courier. And and that's all we're going to do. And we'll just go over into Europe or something just to see if that ATC accent stuff actually is working correctly, because that'd be pretty cool. And not your pilot speaking a different language and accent. Ooh, visibility is very, very good. Again, I want to bring this heading just a bit more to the left. Getting a little too close to the runway here. Because I'm going to guess about 8,000 feet for the airport. Oh no, 6,000. So even more reason to go further away from it so we get that descent going. Which I think we can go ahead and do. As you can see, we have a lot of open air or open land below us. So let's go ahead and cancel you. I should have done that forever ago, but that's okay.
Cancel IFR at this time.
070 IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Okay, good. Let's just go, we'll just do 10,000 for now. Bring our power back. Vertical speed will descend at about 800 feet per minute. And we'll just keep an eye on everything, make sure everything's good to go. Because, yeah, we definitely need to start our descent. We're getting there. But I think this is as good as our visibility is going to get at the airport as well. We're going to be heavily utilizing our instruments. I mean, honestly, pretty much you can turn off ATC if you just cancel IFR, because then they never bug you again. It's just, there's nothing else going on the radio the entire flight, which is nice. Especially if you're not going to be around. You don't want to take any hits for that. But all that wouldn't matter if our co-pilot, when you have a co-pilot, of course, in your aircraft, can handle ATC traffic for you. That would be perfect. I don't know why I'm using the mouse for this. See a little peak coming out of the clouds there. We're pretty much descending with the mountain edge there. It's descending nicely. So I think we picked the perfect time to do that. Still trying to be cautious, make sure we're not seeing any, or not seeing something that we should be seeing. Wow. That looks so cool. It's gonna be a fun landing, folks. Oh, see, we are starting to get, so we were just, okay, it looked like we were just closer to the ground than I thought we were, so now we're starting to get that relative terrain mapping going on. Oh, we need to turn. Okay, we're kind of already in the area here. Goodness, that was fast. Bring that down a bit. What did I say? 6,000? 6,880 feet on elevation at Steamboat Springs. Let's increase that descent. do 1,500 feet per minute. Oh, there's the airport. I see it right there. Break out of autopilot here. All I'm doing is flying with our screen. I'm not even looking outside because there's no reason to. No reason at all. Starting to see some snow popping by. Get our first bit of flaps in here. That descent going. We got that mountain just below us. Get the gears extended already. We're now lined up with the runway.
Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate.
Yeah, I know.
Sink
Calm down.
rate.
Everything's fine. Gears are down, they're all green.
Sink rate.
Get another flap
Sink rate.
notch
Sink
in there.
rate. Sink rate.
To the left of the runway, I was too busy looking outside. Nice. Always fun when you're going for a landing and the runway just kind of appears at the last second. Awesome. That was fun. And welcome to snowy Steamboat Springs, everybody. That was great. Ooh. What's not great, though, is what has happened. Oh.
Kilo Charlie Bravo Kilo, traffic November 120.
Never mind, can we get around it?
Is taxiing to parking.
Uh-oh. We have a problem, folks. We'll have to get back in the air. Unfortunately, after a great landing, I completely forgot about the tower. Uh-oh. Because I think what happened, yep, it did what I thought was happening. It's not the airport we're at. So hang on. The excitement isn't over yet. No, I'm not gonna risk that. That's too short. Oh, I forgot all about the... I was so focused on not crashing into anything, and here we are having to get back up in the air. Crap. That was a great landing, too. That's annoying. Sorry, folks. We're going to be back in the air for a couple seconds. Hang on. Yeah, can always use some more practice in the snow, right? Alright, so what happened was it went to... Hang on. Let me get out of the air. There we go. See, KSBS. Right? Yeah. Select 32, because if you don't do that, you won't be able to finish the mission. So if you run into that issue, that's why it went to the wrong airport, and then it kind of just causes that happening.
2070, 2 miles northwest 7500 for inbound to land runway tree 2.
And now it seems like the weather's gotten worse since we last were in the air. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's so annoying. I was just so focused on everything else but ATC. And sorry, I'll get to chat too once I'm done with this. Got a little distracted here, unfortunately. Cameras are still weird in this. Alright, there it is. I'm gonna just go for a tight little circle around here. Gears down. Make sure we're paying attention to that mountain there. Second notch. This flaps ice. I don't know. I guess it isn't going. Ah, that's okay. Not worried about it. All right, take 2. Gears are all down. I took way too. Oh, that is not good.
500.
I don't like. I don't.
Sink
We're
rate.
not doing that.
Sink rate.
Not doing that.
Sink rate. Sink rate.
Let me reset. Man, I was so. That's what makes it more annoying. It was such a great landing too. I was really happy with it. All because I forgot about ATC. But I don't want to just do a crappy landing now just to do one. There we go. This will get us much better setup. And passengers, hopefully you're enjoying this extra tour over Steamboat Springs. Okay, we are way too low right now. I don't even know where the airport is now. I think it's over here. Oh, there. Oh my goodness, this is not ideal. Goodness, this is so botched. Just watch the first landing over again and it'll be much better. Let's get on the ground here. Unbelievable. It was such a beautiful landing, too. Go off the runway. Perfect. Oh, this is all just ruined. Absolutely all ruined because I didn't have ATC. Oh, it's so annoying. Just get me on the parking lot.
Flight was okay, but I'm in a hurry now. Pace.
Man, Such a perfect landing, and then it was all...
Steamboat Springs / Bob
I should have just went
Fly.
further around and
Time
just
is
went longer,
2:14
but...
p.m. For your safety, the
Unbelievable,
captain has
man.
requested that you remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until
Because
we
the
come to a
ATC
complete
went to the
stop
wrong
and the
airport.
seatbelt sign is turned off. Please make sure you take all your belongings with you when you get off. On behalf of the entire company, we would like to thank you for choosing first-class wings. We look forward to seeing you again and wish you a pleasant stay in Steamboat Springs.
And One Aviation, welcome to the stream. I need another margarita. And Ken, welcome to the stream as well. Thanks for the... I'm glad everybody enjoyed the first landing. It sucks that it was all ruined because the sim went to the wrong airport. That bug is always annoying. That's one thing, I don't know why it still exists. But all that jacked up the whole... Oh, it's so frustrating, man. God dang it. It was all perfect on that first landing, but oh, it went to the wrong airport. Thanks for that. And then... And that's why I hate the whole reputation system. It's like, whatever. Okay. A perfect flight ends terribly because the sim's like, oh, you're at this airport that's not the one you're at? Thanks. Appreciate it. But I should have remembered to talk to ATC anyways, but oh well. It is what it is. We'll just pretend none of that other crap happened and we had the perfect landing at the initial one. I was so happy with it, and then that screwed everything up. God, that's so stupid. Oh well. Anyways, like I said, we're gonna wrap up with just showcasing how to set up a flight plan in the Cessna Citation really quick. And we're also gonna head over to Europe just to see if the ATC languages is actually doing what it's supposed to, because that would be nice. We'll just go to Germany. I'm not gonna take off or anything, we're just gonna showcase a flight here and then just get ATC going on. Well, even if the EFB has the right stuff, it still just picks a random airport that's not the one you're at. I don't know, it does it randomly, like not all the time, and it's just... You should be able to just override that and say taxi to parking at this airport, and it just kind of forgets everything else. But it doesn't do that, unfortunately. Oh, it's just frustrating, because that was a good hour and a half of flying just for that to happen, but whatever. Just skip after the landing the first time and go from that. But anyways, Cessna Sky Courier. So let's say we want to do a flight from... Let me just do this really quick. What's Frankfurt? EDDF.
TAWS system test. Okay.
Destination airport. Let's just do Berlin or something. EDDP. Perfect. Okay, it's not a bunch of waypoints, but that's fine. It gets the point across. So anyways, it's as simple as this. So you get into your Cessna Sky Courier and you want to do a flight in career mode, you'll have this going on. Right now you can't do the sender route of avionics, it doesn't really matter. It's really fast in this plane. You'll hit flight plan. You'll left and hold the FMS knob and then right click. This will activate your cursor inside the aircraft, or inside the system there. So our origin is EDDF. Go EDDF. Oh, I missed a D. Hang on. There we go. And then we will hit enter. And we'll take off from whatever runway you want to. Perfect. 25 left. 25 left, enter. So we have our origin. Now we'll scroll down to this blank spot under en route, which is going to be your waypoints. So let's go ahead and add GEDSI. Enter. And then R O B D I. Perfect. And then if you had other waypoints, you would just keep going down the list, obviously, like we were just doing. But we only have 2 for this short flight I picked here. Clear that out. I just didn't want to go there. And then all you have to do next is destination, which is, of course, EDDP. And the runway you plan on landing at, 08 right. Enter. And there you go. That's it. That's the flight plan. Simple as that. If you had more waypoints, you would just keep going down this blank bar here. And you'll be ready to go. You'll have that direct route, or not direct route, but the route with the waypoints, everything situated. You'll be able to get things going and start it on up. I don't know why this isn't starting up right. Oh, I know why. My bad. Sorry, plane. I was going to give you crap for it, and it was all on me. So let's see if the ATC sounds different.
Cessna Juliet Alpha 9461 taxi to
nope.
hold short of runway 25. See using taxiway Sierra 7 Romeo 5 cross runway 0.
Not here specifically, but anyways, that's all you have to do for the flight plan. That's how easy it is to get your origin, your waypoints, and your destination in there. Now you'll be able to hit nav mode, and the plane will do what you want it to do, just like it would if you brought the avionics from the EFB, or the flight path from there. I'm still bugged by the nonsense that happened. But anyways, quick little tutorial on the Sky Courier there. Very fast, simple to get that all going on. Now teach VNav programming. Let's see here. Is this beta? Yes, this is beta build 3, Ken. That is the most annoying bug I have ever encountered. A perfect flight, a perfect landing, and then they're like, land at the airport. Like, yeah, it's just, But, yeah, there we go, everybody. I'm going to leave it there. We've reached the 2-hour mark. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Again, I don't know. For me, it really bugs me when crap like that happens on stream. Because it's just, I want things to go really realistically. I don't like doing all that other nonsense after having to take off again and then talk to them and then all that. Just annoying. But anyways, hopefully that's something that'll get fixed. It was still an awesome flight with the Vision Jet, and we had an awesome landing in that snow. It looked really cool, so whatever. And hopefully that helps you out with the Sky Courier as well. Doing a little bit of that with the computer. Pretty awesome. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys next time. See ya!